Good morning, bitches. Loved ones. It's Timothy. I'm sick as fuck. I have like 3 trays full of mucus, and my pussy is bleeding, and my nose and mouth are also experiencing terror. So I'm gonna make that everybody's problem. What's that even supposed to mean? It was kind of funny. I was feeling very e a few days ago, as in like offing myself. And then I was like, you know what? I won't do it. I will do good girl things instead. And I decided to sit in my living room with my candles lit and watch the movie The Girl Can't Help It by Jane Mansfield. And I was looking at myself in the candlelight and drawing and sketching out my features in colored pencil and trying to make a self portrait because that was on my bucket list. And overall, like, my goal this year has been trying to start new hobbies and ambitions and stuff. And it seemed like I managed to, like, it was such a really good night. I was like, wow, it's like really peaceful. No one's disturbing me at all. The colored lights in my living room are going off. I managed to download the movie super quick, and I had a nice, peaceful, relaxing experience, and it was perfect. Until maybe 3 hours in, I got sick. I have no idea why I got sick. I did drop my phone in the hallway of my apartment, and it did reek of like tin cans of Bounce That Ass with the side of someone stepping in dog shit. And I cleaned off my phone and washed my hands, but I don't know, maybe I didn't wash them long enough. Or maybe the water wasn't that hot. I don't fucking know. Or hell, I think I did wash my hands pretty damn good. I'd used a lot of soap and a lot of water, and it's like, yeah, and I touched like not even the part of my phone that touched the floor. And even then, I don't know, I got KFC. I remember I was so happy I had like 7 nuggets instead of 5. I was like, oh, I'm getting spoiled. Thank you. Man, the universe is looking out for me. I'm so happy. God bless to whoever did this. And I was having such a good night, but for all I know, the KFC worker could have been like, this bitch ordered food 15 minutes before closing. And just like right in the. If they did, fuck them. Or it could have been the mildew in my old ass apartment that is terrible, and I didn't have my humidifier on, and maybe the spores or whatever just got in my throat. All I know is I went to bed that night after maybe 3 hours of joy, and it felt like I couldn't even sleep. It felt like my throat was just closing up, like I was getting force choked by Darth Vader, or like I swallowed a golf ball, or like like in the Jawbreaker movie, she swallows the Jawbreaker and dies. It felt like that. Not fun, not fun. And what sucks is I was almost getting over that guy Mitchell I met for Christmas. Almost. And then that happened. And it's easy to say you're over something when times are good, but when times are bad, are you? But even then, I've been consistently in bad times even before I met Mitchell, and then I got euphorically happy for ages after I met Mitchell, and then I got sad again once I started remembering the bad and also things with me and him ended. And then time passed, and it's been miserable. It's just been, I'm self medicating with a Mountain Dew so that I can actually like wake up in the mornings. I've been having weird ass dreams because if you drink a shit ton of Mountain Dew then fall asleep, you're gonna get like 8 esoteric fucking lucid dreams. They were weird as fuck. Only half of them make sense, but it was fun. Some dreams had wisdom in them, like prophecies. Like, one dream I remember was so distinctly surreal. It involved like flying horses and a cult that lived out of a train station, and also a really interesting sex dream involving this one guy who I made out with last summer. And it was just, but I don't know. The funny thing about having weird dreams is that you can dismantle them and see what they mean. And I'm not gonna repeat the whole dream because it's strange. It's a strange dream, but it was nice. I'm not complaining. But the dream overall symbolized stop tripping on white men. Stop ignoring all your life problems through white men. They will not save you. Like, they're fun, but it's temporary and fleeting. Two, uh, like, don't just stay stuck in a place you know you can leave anytime. Three, take risks even if you aren't sure they'll work because life has a way of surprising you. Four, go outside more, embrace the sun, go on walks, try new things even if it shocks other people and even if they kind of resent you for it, go for it anyway. And what's the fifth one? Oh, five, be nicer to yourself and your inner child. And six, believe that you are actually doing a great job of keeping yourself happy because you are. And every move you make to be happy is worth it to be taken, even if you're worried that it won't be enough. It's still much better than doing nothing out of fear or panicking and stressing. That was a nice dream. I enjoyed that one. That dream alone made me go, hell yeah, I'm gonna start drinking Mountain Dew before bed consistently. And I have. Getting sick though still kind of sucked because it's like right as I felt like it's like I had a night and where I didn't think about him. I didn't think about Mitchell. I didn't think about the romance. I didn't think about the pain, the sadness, the overall isolation, and all of that. I didn't get to think about that. Amen. And I'm just so drained. It feels like a cruel joke that it's like, yippee, I'm finally experiencing mass amounts of dopamine and bliss and optimism. I can finally start taking care of my home and, like, not just rotting on my floor every single day in misery and sadness and sorrow chugging Mountain Dew. I can actually, like, get back into my hobbies and do the gardening and do this and do that. And it's safe for me to do that. And life won't punish me for trying. And you know what fucking happened? I got immediately sick and have been sick for several fucking days, and if that wasn't enough, right as I was really hoping this morning would be the morning where I wake up fucking fine, nope. My period also starts like a week fucking early. So now it's like pussy bleeding, nose leaky, body feeling weaky, bones creaky, miserable. Just like all fucked up. I feel like I'm getting prenasal drip. And it's like, how do I put this? What also sucks is that right as I get my period, I can't masturbate, and masturbating is often how I cope with uh a lot of it's been a coping mechanism ever since I was extremely young. It's how it's like basically, yeah, you have a button on your body, and when you press it enough times or stroke it enough times, you get yourself an instant amount of joy, and you suddenly can spring out of bed smiling and acting like goddamn SpongeBob SquarePants. You're gonna be constantly fucking happy. Why? Because you have two orgasms to start off your morning and two to put you to sleep. Except then I couldn't sleep because I couldn't orgasm. And then I couldn't be wake up because I couldn't orgasm. Or I couldn't do anything because I couldn't orgasm. Even if I just wanted to orgasm, even if I was like, you know what, I'm tired of like looking at stupid YouTube videos and trying to read books but not having the attention span for it or the mentality for it and this and that. You know what? Eventually it was just like, okay, I'm going to try to masturbate again. And I couldn't, like, because leading up to my period, I don't know, something happens to me hormonally where I go from the most like super easily sensitive down there to just like, how do I put this? I really like, I don't know, it's like you smack it, you could smack it. It's like that, that movie Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler, and he has frostbite on his foot, and he asks the butler to keep whacking it with the fire poker over and over again. It's kind of like that. That's what happens to my pussy when my period's about to start. Can't feel shit down there. I ain't got it on me, sir. I can't give, like, clip machine broke. What can I say? Maybe next time. It is such a fucking bummer. Oh my god. Annoyed as fuck. And my throat is sore. And then, yeah, of course, if you're gonna, it's like, okay, no attention span, sick as fuck, have nothing to do except lay down because I'm sick as fuck, miserable, in constant pain and misery, and like also can't orgasm, and also incredibly lonely because I guess everyone's just like, let's not bother talking to Timidity, which is, or like, it's so annoying. I actually messaged this bitch who for ages had been trying to hang out with me, and it's weird because as soon as I'm actually like have the free time and funds and stability and can hang out with her and have all these events where I would love a plus one, like this bitch, I don't know, now she's in her era of like, it's annoying. I'll put it this way, I get it, she's a single mother, she's got some shit on her plate, and she's a teacher, but even then I know her days off and I'll message her. I stopped talking to her, and I might send her one more message because I know it's not gonna get read for months. And my last message to her, I sent her like, hey girl, I've been trying to get in contact with you about like events that we could go to together, or like, for like free movie screenings or free comedy shows or free golf or this or that and the other. And I keep inviting you to places even on the days you're free, and you never respond, but you keep sending me memes. I guess I feel a little under prioritized since I'm feeling really fucked up lately, and I could really use a friend. And you know what, these stupid fucking bitch, sorry, I'm getting angry. You know what happens? She sent me like fucking 9 memes so far and hasn't opened a single goddamn message. So it's like, okay, she's thinking about me, but she's not thinking about me. You know? I don't know. And I am annoyed at everything. I feel like especially social media has become really, really different. But even then, it's getting annoying. I'll meet someone who seems cool as fuck, and then we never talk, we never message, we never DM. They never make a move to talk to me. They can say everything I'm doing every second of the day, anytime. And they can say, like, I don't know. Like, imagine you have, like, almost 2,000 followers on a social media platform, and, like, at least, like, every day you could get, like, 60 to 100 people watching you. And then, like, none of them, and I mean none of them, even people who see you consistently in person, will bother to like slide up and be like, "Hey girl, how you doing?" or "That's fucked up," or "LOL," or it's like if anything serious happens to me, these niggas are just. Anyway, let me not talk about it too much, but just people piss me off. And if you're wondering, yes, I still have people who consistently care about me and check in on me and would be alarmed if I go missing. So don't get your fucking hopes up, all you weirdos. I'm just saying. I'm getting tired. Anyway, it's like I also kind of thought on it recently. How am I supposed to not focus on? Because think about it, men are very easy to get. The bar with men is extremely low. You could be mentally ill, you could be mentally unstable, you could even be unkempt. But as long as they see you as something they can conquer or eventually get with, they will do anything for you. They will not give a fuck. You could be on your Instagram story screaming with a fucking blade pressed to your skin, and they will slide up and be like, "Uh huh. I kind of like that sound you did at the end. It sounded like a moan. It was kind of hot. How are you doing today?" Because men are fucking stupid. And it's just, I don't know how to explain it. Just, how do I put this? I think that's also why I've used men as a coping mechanism all this time. I used them when I was suffering at my original home with my estranged family because it's like, yeah, they were an easy escape. They're the ones with the cars, money, food, and like who were able to take me far, far away. And then whatever happened would still be fucking terrible, but it's like, you can imagine how bad home was like if I was still kind of preferring to be with those niggas. If only home were nicer, but we can't rewind time, and we can't even really call it home. It felt more like a prison. I hated it. So yeah, with this current ending of things, I remember some people close to me saw how bad it was. They knew how bad it was. They saw every step of the way. The same people who were like, who actually did bother to talk to me when I was doing well with Mitchell. They were like, "Oh my god, congratulations, girl. Oh, you two make such a cute couple. I'm so happy for you. You deserve this." And then shit started hitting the fan. And then look who's around now. Suddenly, all those people are just like, "Oh, awkward," and not responding, even though they saw me cry over how fucking traumatized I was over the sexual assault attempt aspect. And even though they saw me cry over the complexity of like meeting someone who made me feel the most loved I have, if not in my entire lifetime, then at least in a very extremely long fucking time. And look, no one's reaching out, no one cares. No one fucking cares. You wanna know what's fucked up? I left him some voicemails recently. Because that's what I do when I suffer. It's like, hey, he's not going to care anyway, and he's not going to answer, and whatever. I left him a few already. I remember actually, a while back, I remember, I specifically was like, sorry, I might faint soon. I remember at some point I was going to kill myself. It was like the first week of January, if I recall correctly. And it was really bad. I was on my Instagram story, and I remember I wanted to cut my wrist open so bad. But I'm a self-aware enough person where I'm like, hey, if you cut yourself, all that would happen is the same problems would be there, but now you have like a scar that no one would give a fuck about, and it wouldn't be very attractive, and people would think you're even more loony, and you'd lose opportunities, and it's like, hey, you're already suffering. It'd be a temporary distraction that would cause you a lot of pain. But at that point, I didn't care because I didn't care about living another fucking second on this goddamn fucking awful planet. I'm waiting to die, really. Ugh, God, it's like I have a streak where I'm almost happy and then it all falls the fuck apart. I'm tired of it. I'm so fucking tired of it. But I left Mitchell a voicemail because I figured why fucking not. I forget what I said in it, but I said something vague along the lines of, I know what to do now, and I'm gonna do it. And with the last breath I take, I curse you. And I hope everything bad that I'm feeling gets transferred into your life instead. And then I hung up. And I felt better after doing it, but I still definitely was gonna plan to kill myself. And I don't know, but some time passed eventually. If I recall correctly, I waited 10 minutes, was rating up my emotions, chugged some more Mountain Dew, and I guess I was like, if I don't kill myself, I should at least try to get out of this house, because laying down in the same squalor spot is not going to keep me happy. I called up my ex, Liam, well, texted him, and I just kind of was just straight up like, hi, I'm kind of processing a recent assault I've been through, and it's been putting me in a really bad headspace. And he was like, oh, we could meet tonight if you want. I would just have to ship you out by the morning. And I was like, yeah, that works. And that kind of did help. But I was still hesitating. You want to know what happened? I forget how long passed by, like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, but I guess Mitchell got my voice messages, and I guess he was scared, or whatever the fuck he felt, I don't know. He called me. And not from his Google Voice number, he called me from his real number. That's how I know his full legal name. His full fucking legal name. 1 second. And that at least helped, because having his full legal name, sorry, it's a little hard to breathe, meant that if I wanted to, I could make a police report. But then again, I don't think the cops would have taken it seriously, and I already made a video explaining why. And aside from that, if I did decide to. There was a lot to think about, and I was already overthinking a lot to a scary extent. All I know is I felt a multi-tier of bliss when I did notice that he tried to call me. I didn't pick up because I figured it was just like my housemate being annoyed that the fire alarm was going off in my apartment and I didn't shut it off, but whatever. I didn't recognize the number, but I wonder what would have happened if I picked up. Because that was before I did a lot of things that probably permanently shut the door on us. I don't know, and I don't care. He only called once. But who knows? He probably knew that I was at least alive and fine because I didn't. Because I, you know, pressed the red button and didn't just let it slowly go to voicemail or whatever. Or maybe he realized he called with his real phone number and didn't call again because, oh shit. Or, God knows. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm spacing out. Anyway, just to. Oh, and I also got online, and I remember I specifically. I was trying to do something close to cutting because I knew I needed something to, like, bring me physical pain but get me out of body. Mountain Dew was not working, so next step, taking a pen that I got from the hotel me and him had stayed at over Christmas, and just painfully and harshly digging it into my skin as hard as I could and drawing a bunch of lines and crying online. As usual, no one reached out, or the people who did were just assholes who were being like, LOL, stop being a loon. And then I had to bring their mother into it and say some fucked up things in their DMs, but whatever, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's just been tiresome lately. It's been exhausting. How is someone supposed to be happy? How am I supposed to be happy? I'm just saying. Don't think I'm not trying, because trust me when I say I tried a few days ago and you know what happened. I got extremely viciously ill, and I have like 2, 3 separate trays of me horking up and snorting out and blowing out mucus over and over and over and over and over. And trust me right now doing what I'm doing is a lot more positive than what I could be doing, which is either killing myself or asking niggas for money. But you know what? That's like next up on the agenda. I already know who I'm gonna ask. Anyway, I just find it annoying. Like, I keep getting so close to happiness and then it gets taken away. And it's like, what's the point of that? Like, what am I just fated to just always have a messy house, always have fucked up love lives, always have this and that? It's tiresome. I'm tired of it and I hate it. Anyway, well, on the bright side, me saying this gives me the epiphany. If I could rewind time, I would have been a lot more vicious and cutthroat and gold diggery to men that I could be with. I could just ask this one dude. He wants to buy me jewelry, but he's an idiot. I remember I told him that I'm into diamond, moissanite, and opal, and he was like, I have something better than that. And he showed me the ugliest fucking dog tag palisite necklace you could ever imagine. And, like, ew, that's nothing. It's like, and he was trying to love bomb me, like, I want to marry this girl, and I know exactly what will win her over and impress her. And he sent me the ugliest fucking necklace ever. So, I have a really nice ring, and I also, but the dog tag was like $300. I kind of want to just be like, hi, I saw this really cute pink sapphire ring on Etsy. It's like $300. Will you send me the money so I can buy it? And then simply put, I already have a ring that's similar enough to it. I could just be like, here we go. Thanks, baby. It came in the mail. The whole time I used the $300 for like a shit ton of laundry so that I could actually have clean clothes and cute dresses and stuff to wear. Or I could get my hair redone. Yeah, that's like, because God knows I need it. And just, yeah, I'm feeling miserable. And trust me, I'm trying to stay optimistic. Don't worry, I'm probably not gonna kill myself. I'll probably go on Pinterest or ChatGPT later. And I know you're not supposed to use ChatGPT, but simply put, bitches like me don't have friends. Sometimes we have to go on ChatGPT and talk about our issues because we don't have anyone in real life or online who wants to talk to us. And I'm kind of low key shadow banned on the websites, and friends are getting distance, and I hate everything. I fucking hate everything. But I'm trying to stay optimistic because there's a lot of love and beauty in this world. I'm trying to embrace it, and it's painful, but I'm trying, okay? Oh, about the Mitchell guy, right? I left him a few more voicemails since then, and even like a night or two ago. Actually, I think this happened yesterday night. I called him again, and I think at that hour it was like 10. And I remember his sleep schedule decently well, but whatever. For all I know, well, I don't know. I don't know him 100% as a person. I just know enough based off what he told me, is what I'll say. Oh, sorry, I'm sick, so this is why this video is taking a bit long because my mind's jumping all over the place and whatever. And I'm doing whatever I can to get dopamine. Hell, I'm watching YouTube videos and looking at shit as I'm making this. I'll put it this way: I did try to leave a voicemail to Blondie Mitchell the other night, and I remember it spooked me because at some point he actually picked up, and I don't know how he was able to do that. It was weird, as if it was a landline phone. Because I was gonna leave a voicemail, and it was already like, this has been sent to voicemail, please leave a message. And I don't know, did he just try to instantly call me back, but then the phone glitched, and then as I was talking, it sent me his. It just put us on the phone together. It was super weird. All I can say is he is so fucking attractive to me, and I'm still disgusted by how I'm attracted to him. What can I say? I did get sent the most perfect looking man, and yeah. Do you know how fucked that is? See, that's another reason why living seems stupid. I literally prayed for the perfect man, and I got sent that rat bastard. So it's like I can't even get over him faster because it's like I can't even think of a man finer than him. And when he picked up the phone, I remember it was like the sounds of like awkward shuffling on the other end, and then I just heard like his deep ass voice say hello, like hella, like he has an obnoxiously deep voice. I was so attracted to it. I panicked though and hung up because I didn't know what to say to him. I was just leaving monologues about how he's a shitty rapist and a dumbass and a terrible person and a gaslighter in his voicemails with, you know. And I think one other voice message, I think, yeah, the night before that, I remember. I said something about how I felt confused. Yeah, a few nights ago at like 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. I sent him a voice message about how I felt weird about him contacting me because, like, and I just feel like, yeah, I left him a voicemail, ironically saying, I don't get why you called me back before just to not leave a voicemail or call more than once or text or anything. It feels like it made me happy in the moment, but it felt like a sick game. as if you just were like playing with me emotionally or something. I don't know what that was for, but I didn't appreciate it because it just like sure it sort of did halt me from killing myself. After I got that, I showered, got a drink from a friend at a bar, and then went to see Liam. And I was in a good mood for the rest of the night, but it still kind of baffled me and just I don't know. And then ironically, later in the night, I think was this the night where I got sick for the first night? I think it was. I remember I was like, why the fuck am I up at this hour? Like, why can't my body just go to sleep? Why does my throat need to be clogged? Why do I need to be up at this fucking hour? But you know what happened? I got woken up. Or no, I didn't get woken up. I mean, I was up still at like 4:40 a.m. And then I turned on my phone and I saw a missed call notification from Mitchell. So it means like, I don't know, maybe he went up to go get water or pee, or maybe he just suddenly had an instinct where he couldn't sleep. But either way, I guess he got my voice message. I don't know if he listened to the full thing, because I did mention something about suicide before, but I think it's because I said that I appreciated him calling me back, because it did stop me from trying to commit suicide past like a little bit of self harm, and how I couldn't even kill myself, because it takes a lot to cut deep, and it would have just hurt. But I don't know, he called back, and then yet again didn't text, leave a voicemail, say anything. I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I don't know what I want. Well, I know what I wanted, but I don't know. Even if he came back and he was like, Tamia, I'm sorry for all the bad I did to you. I'm sorry for what I tried to do to you sexually. I'm sorry for what the disrespect I gave to you. I'm sorry for the poor communication. I'm sorry for basically fleeing away after things ended between us when I said we would never stop talking. I'm sorry for suggesting the very thing you said you didn't want after we met up and parted ways. And I'm sorry for leading you on, and I'm sorry for fucking you over, and I'm sorry for getting you emotionally attached unnecessarily as if we were going to be something when I could have spared you by not pretending like we would have been more, or that I actually cared for you and had genuine feelings for you or anything like that. And if he came back and he said, I want to be with you, or I want to hang out with you, or I want to spend Valentine's Day with you, what would happen? A sick, twisted part of me wants to see him, but I know that would be a terrible idea. If anything, I would expect him to kill me. Funny enough, that is also a factor to why I've stayed in certain relationships. When you're already suicidal and you're dating someone who may or may not like hate you to the point of wanting you dead, and they don't care if you live or die, but they at least want to give you a slightly good time, or give you at least some dopamine, so your life isn't just constant isolation and hell without them. Sadly put, you're going to let the devil grab you by the hand and walk you into hell if it means you get a little bit of warmth. Because the so called angels aren't doing anything for you. And that's how I feel. So a part of me is like, he's fucked this up where I don't think we could be anything. I would want to be his friend, but I doubt that could happen. Plus, I kind of reached out to his brother and said some things, and other stuff happened online, and I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Not much to say, not much to do, just more processing the fact that it's over with and that we're through. And here I am in bed, sick and struggling to be happy. But on the bright side, yes, there is somehow a bright side. Getting sick kind of reminded me of another hobby that I was interested in. I was already interested in it before being sick, though, because mind you, I already got viciously sick in fucking December. I was vomiting for like a week straight, like 40, 50, 60 times. It was terrible. Then getting sick in January, too. My immune system is just like, fuck you, girl. Plus, I've been drinking a lot, so that doesn't help. But simply put, I think I'm gonna make. There's this thing called a fire garlic honey, and it's used in herbalism to stop people from being sick. And I kind of want to make it. Oh, yeah, fire cider. I want to make that, and I want to get into probiotics and pickled veggies, because overall, I want because healthy gut equals healthy mind, and I know that endless amounts of like alcohol and Popeyes and KFC is not exactly going to make me do the most smart shit. Sure enough, I could go on a bunch of dates with men, and then they'll take me out for stuff like crab stuffed salmon with lobster sauce or branzino. You know, I get it. I know, like, I get why I use men as a coping mechanism, because when you're poor, suffering, and stuff, as long as you can put on a nice lip gloss and a dress with a little perfume, you can go anywhere you fucking want and get anything you want. But even then, I kind of am just trying to isolate so I don't fall into another situation with a man who can destroy me. But then again, this time around, I don't feel like I can get destroyed by a man. I just don't even have good opinions of men anymore. Like, I actually have terrible opinions of men now. I don't like them. 1 second. But I don't know. Like, it's like, okay, I guess I can think of hobbies I could get into that can help. Like, when I start getting consistent money again, it's like, okay, I'll get into making Korean chung again, which is easy. You just get like sugar and fruit in a jar and you layer it like lasagna, and then wait like a week or a few weeks, and you get this amazing, like, semi gut healthy, delicious syrup to use for baked goods and drinks. Or it's like I could get into making probiotic sodas and prebiotics so that I can get have a healthy gut, healthy mind, less diarrhea, less brain fog, less inflammation, and, like, feel healthy. And I can do this, and I can do that, and I can make fire honey, and I can eat a bunch of spoonfuls of that so that hopefully I don't get devastatingly sick and just have to stay in bed having nonstop fucked up hallucinations and nonstop thinking about how beautiful Mitchell was. Oh, he has these beautiful eyes. His eyes remind me of my own, which I like. I like my eyes a lot. You can imagine, like, oh, he's so fine, 6'5". His jaw is so like his jaw is actually the most chiseled I felt. I used to have a chiseled jawline, but I sleep in a fucked up little cushion with non-supporting pillows and constantly have my neck and spine all fucked up. So but his jawline was so good. His lips are the brightest red I've ever seen on a man. God, his cheekbones are so rosy, and I miss the way he kissed all over my face like I meant something to him. It's a shame that I didn't, or at least don't, and even if I did, apparently not enough for him to care about me, even throughout these breakdowns and the suicidalness and the sadness and the begging and all of that. He's a terrible fucking guy. And actually, as I was on the phone recording this video, I thought of something I could do to spite him, which I might actually do. Because why not? If I'm already gonna die anyway, I might as well be happy. But I'll put it to you like this. What else? Let's think about some good stuff. I want to get back into jewelry making. I have one guy in my DMs. He's talking all this big talk too and trying to love bomb me like Mitchell did, but he's much worse at it. And he wants to get me jewelry or whatever. He's the guy with the stupid dog tags. I kind of want to just be like, hey baby, how about this? Instead, how about you buy me these tools I need and I can make my own jewelry, and every time I have them, I'll think about you. And that would be amazing. Or I could just ask him for the money outright, get laundry done, use it on new braids so I could go on better dates, or do whatever the fuck I want with it. Why not? Clothes smells don't get fed, and I'm not supposed to be talking to men anyway. I think Mitchell just kind of killed any capacity I have for, like, loving men. I don't. Yeah, he did. But then again, so did a bunch of other men leading up to now over the course of a decade. So, yeah, this is the year of misogyny. I mean, misandry. Let's go. But yeah, I'm just in a weird headspace. Not just because I'm sick. You can tell because this video has been all over the place. But it's just me processing shit. I don't know. I miss Mitchell with my heart and my soul. And I hate that. Like, I can't even, because I almost hit the point where I was like, you know what, I don't need him to be the one who values me. There's other people out there who will value me, and I will be happy. And you know what happened instead? Like, right as I was like, okay, other people aren't valuing me. Hey, I can value myself. I'm gonna be so good to myself and do what makes me happy. And then the universe was like, cast her the power of sickness. And then right as I was like, okay, I'm recovering from my sickness. And, like, I have been heartbroken thinking about the Mitchell thing, which I thought I was over. I was really hoping I could just have a period of being happy so that then I could at least, like, start forgetting about Mitchell. Not just a period of, like, endless pain and mourning. And then the universe was like, more sickness, more bleeding. Like, bitch, this is why living seems like a cruel joke. Because already when I asked for, like, I remember I was going through such a hard time for Christmas, and I was like, universe, send me a bad bitch. Send me a fine ass nigga who can give me everything I need and desire and is just perfect for me. And they sent me Mitchell, and boy oh boy, he actually scarily, like, he felt it too. We had a lot in common and lined very well. Yeah, but I think that man was sent by God. He was sent from hell. The devil heard me and was like, "We got the perfect man." Haha. Once we send her this man, she will start suffering again and probably start just being a misandrist and a gold digger and this, and that. It's working. I'm over it. And it's just like, I'm tired of asking to be happy, and then it's like, I almost get it. I almost get it. And it's like, okay, I get it. Happiness isn't like a non-stop thing. Like, not every day is perfect. But god damn it, can it be like more than the absolute bare minimum? I get that not every day is going to be absolutely all sunshine and rainbows, but can it be more, like, really? Just like, really? It's like, I used to have a lot more good days than this, is what I'm saying. And now it just feels like a cruel joke of, like, Tamia's a little bit too happy. We need to start sending her some sort of sickness or trauma or ghosting or disappointment, like, en masse, like, never ending. Like, yeah, and that's why I'm sitting here on my period. My period is not going as bad as it could be, but don't let the devil hear me say that. Actually, shit, I started getting sensations of cramping, the chills, right as I said that. How funny. It could be worse, but I don't want it to get worse. And it's just like, I'm tired. I'm trying to be an optimist. I'm trying to plan out my life. I'm trying to achieve goals. I have had one goal all month, and it's to just simply make a Pinterest goal board of all the shit I want to do for myself. And you know what's been fucking happening, bitch? Me being miserable and sick and tired and angry and traumatized and alone. And then even when I just started being comfortable with the fact that I was alone, but I didn't have to feel lonely, I got sick. And then that, and then period. And now it's just a flood of thoughts about, like, oh, look at everything that you can't avoid. You think about that guy and his nice, beautiful, rosy cheeks and his long blonde eyelashes and the way he looked at you with love and couldn't go 20 seconds or more without planting a kiss somewhere on your body. And how you fit into each other's arms like Russian nesting dolls, and how you mean absolutely nothing to him now, aside from maybe like an occasional, like extremely rare call back. Not to check in on you. God knows what his point is for calling back. Who knows what he would say? I don't know. I don't know what would fix me. I keep praying for joy and praying for something that can make my life good. And I know, there's someone in the comments like, oh, to me, you have to make your own happiness. What the fuck do you think I've been trying to do this whole time? I was still fucking alone. And then even when I got comfortable with being alone, it's like, hey, guess what? Your ADHD and autism are going to be fucking you up constantly over and over and over and over. And it just, I'm tired, bitch. I'm tired. Feels like I'm just being punished for living at this point. And maybe I'm supposed to do the right thing and finally kill myself. Maybe that's what my divine purpose is. Maybe that's why the last few years have went the way they did. Maybe that's why my life has went this way. I'm supposed to die. I don't know. Maybe that's my life purpose. I'm someone who's just meant to constantly go through it and die, and then people only miss me after the fact. But as selfish as it is, I'm gonna keep living. Even if my computer shuts down a million fucking times and my Wi-Fi gets slow and my housemate tries to start shit and my period tries to start shit and niggas try to start shit and all that, I'm still gonna go fuck this shit. I want to be happy and I want to achieve my goals and be blissed out. I'm not settling for less anymore. If I could rewind time, I would be a menace. And you know what? I'm gonna choose to be a menace now. Like, I would have not been geeking over zirconia. I would be like, bitch, get me diamonds. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look up nice rings right now and be like, bitch, get me this. And if you don't, we can stop talking and we'll go from there. Anyway, I want to be happy. And I'm figuring out how to make myself happy. Time and time again. Alright, peace out. Bye.